Hey everybody, welcome back, and today we're going to be going over our packing video. We normally do a packing video right before a trip, so we have a trip coming up. We'll be going to Disney for 2 weeks as we get ready to essentially our swan song for a little while, at least until honeymoon time, which is in quite some time from now. So we're going to show you everything that we're bringing. It is going on a solo trip, so it's going to be different to let you guys know what I personally bring. What makes this different than any other trip is, one, it's just me, so it's a lot more flexibility, and two, we're bringing a lot of very, very expensive equipment with us. So we're going to show you what it is. We're going to show you how we set it up and all that good stuff. So let's hit the intro and let's get straight into the video. Alright, so I guess we'll get the obvious stuff out of the way first. Socks and underwear. Everybody needs them. Well, unless you're, going full commando on a vacation, then you've got a problem. We've got about 8 pants, shirts. This is thermals. Essentially, if it gets cold, when it gets cold. I don't like cold, so I bring these at nighttime because I usually get to my fireworks spot probably about 2 to 4 hours ahead of time. There is one shot at Magic Kingdom that I have to get there very, very early, like 4 hours before the show starts. And so we put this, plus a hoodie, plus our coat. And we've got about 8 pairs of pants and a bunch of shirts and stuff. Toiletries, toothpaste is in the bathroom because I'm still using it. Deodorant, and you know what this is. If you're not using this, you're doing it wrong. This is noise canceling headphones we got off of Amazon. I'm going to link these in the description box. These are actually fairly cheap and very, very good. They're Bluetooth, and you can connect them directly to your device essentially, unless you're using an iPhone, and then you're kind of boned. So kind of sucks. This is something I got, I can't remember where I got it at, but I saw it. So this is essentially for cleaning my lenses and stuff prior to recording. I like to make sure that everything looks as good as it possibly can. This is Asher's book, his autographed book. He wanted me to continue to fill it up. He has some stuff in here, or yeah, he's just got one signature in here. So we've got plenty of space to get a lot of stuff for him. Yeah, that's it for our clothes and the obvious stuff. Now let's move on to our technology. Alright, so what we have here is an all-in-one adapter for the airplane. This allows me to either play my games, edit my videos, which given going there, more than likely to just be watching movies or something, but it keeps my laptop charges, and so that way my laptop doesn't die. Laptop batteries aren't exactly the most reliable, but yeah. And this essentially is for our horizontal tripod, connects to it, and then from there this is for, well, we can just drop it here, that's fine too. Essentially the SSD goes on here. When we set this up here in a little bit, you'll understand what this is for and how this sets up. I think a couple of nights at Magic Kingdom, we'll be using this instead of the horizontal tripod. This essentially connects to it, and camera kind of screws in here. The little bar right here screws into it, and it allows me to pan up and down depending on the situation. But based on things that we learned from last trip, we won't be doing any of that. This here is an 8 terabyte hard drive, which will consist of specifically just firework videos. Really, I mean, you plug it into the wall. It's the first external hard drive I've had that you had to plug into the wall. It'll have Happily Ever After, Enchantment, Phantasmic, and Luminous, The Symphony of Us. Probably about 450 to 500 gigs per recording. So as you can imagine, we wanted to make sure we had more than enough. We've got about 12 terabytes worth of space that we're bringing with us. Always better to have more rather than not enough. Magic Band, obvious reasons. Got the Fantasmic one when it came out, cool. Then we move on here, we've got our GoPro batteries and charger. I think we'll really only need about 2 per day because I don't really do a whole lot of extensive stuff with the GoPro. It's essentially what we, keep our GoPro in. Extra memory card. This is specifically for the GoPro. It's a V30 card, so as you can imagine, we're not using it for anything extensive on, the actual cameras. Gift cards. You can keep, I have a buttload of gift cards, but you can keep up to $1,000 on them, so we don't have to carry our debit cards in. And then right here, this is actually what we will carry our camera in when we put it into our park bag here in just a minute. I have a lens, the 50mm 1.8 that I was looking at, testing it out earlier. One camera will go here, and we'll probably throw the other one here. It's unlikely that that'll work. Push comes to shove, we'll end up taking these dividers out and just putting both the cameras in here. This thing comes off the top and covers it and adds it a little level of extra protection when it goes inside the bag, but being moved around. We have 2 bags here. This one here is more than likely going to be our park bag, and this one here will be our airplane bag. It allows me to put more stuff in this one, and this one is specifically tailored to tripod, horizontal cameras, lenses, stuff like that. So we'll be putting everything in here. If it doesn't work out the way that I want it to, we'll just end up leaving this one here, giving it to Asher, let him play with it whatever he wants, and just use specifically this one. It's the one we used back in 2022 when we first got our tripod, so it should work out okay. And this is our tripod. A little bitty thing that goes up to about 68, 69 inches tall. It's great. And this is our horizontal mount. We're going to be putting all of this stuff together to show you how all of this plays out. The cameras that are going to be here, where the SSD and all that stuff is supposed to be at. And back behind here, we actually won't use this bag except on travel day. The lenses that we have in here, they're specifically for photography. They won't be coming with, since we have no interest of doing anything photography wise while we're at Disney. And if we do, we'll just use the insanely fast lenses that we have packed away. Yeah, these lenses, they're zoom lenses, and they absolutely suck as far as video goes. So we won't be bringing them, but essentially we'll have one camera here, and then the 4 lenses in their respectable places, as well as batteries. We've got other stuff in here too. It's a good bag, but it's just specifically for travel on the airplane. After that, we won't take it into the park because it's just not ideal to be walking around all day doing stuff, having a backpack plus that. It's not ideal. It's not what I want to do. So we're going to set up the tripod and everything and show you guys what it looks like when it's fully set up. Alright, so this is essentially what we have here. Alright, so as you can see, this is where we will live stream directly to the secondary channel. I made a community post about the secondary channel, so we'll be streaming directly to there most nights. I think there's a few nights where we won't, because from a viewer's perspective it's probably not worth watching. Especially when we're at Epcot doing close-ups and at Magic Kingdom doing, projection shots. It's really not ideal. The SSD goes right here. The SSD connects to this camera, which we'll be shooting with the LUMIX S5 2X. Shooting it with the SSD allows us to record in OpenGate 6K. So we'll be using that. The lenses we'll be using will range between 1.4 and 1.8. So we usually try to stay right around there for the low light capabilities. The S5 2X has shown promising results in low light, so that's why we're going to be shooting it with that. And then over here we will have the Canon R5C. We'll probably have to move this over just a little bit to make sure that the camera doesn't interact with what's going on here. Not a big deal. But it allows us to record simultaneously to both. We have a 2 terabyte memory card in here. It is the CF Express Type B, so we don't have to worry about an SSD. We have a CF Express reader already, so we're able to move that to the 8 terabyte external hard drive there. So yeah, that's what everything looks like once it's, you know, everything's all set up and said and done. It's pretty neat. Be different. I think with Luminous we'll probably end up with about 12 different angles. At Happily Ever After we'll end up with about 10, plus the contemporary angle. We'll be shooting both cameras that night too, but we'll only use one, obviously. Whichever one's the best we'll use. So that's going to do it. That's our packing video for this year's trip. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.